Okay, I think we are already on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Ah, eu sou a Fernanda, eu vou guiar a conversação de hoje. A conversação é de iniciantes, mas a diferença das conversações gerais é que, caso precise, pode utilizar o auxílio do português, mas sempre tentar falar o máximo em inglês. E aqui a Talk Talk é uma plataforma onde a gente consegue praticar outros idiomas, como o inglês. É, Normalmente, antes de iniciar o tema que a gente vai conversar, a gente faz uma apresentação pessoal para praticar essa parte também em inglês. Então, eu vou fazer a minha apresentação, depois vou escolher um de vocês para continuar. So, I'm Fernanda. I live in São Paulo. I work as a Spanish teacher. And in my free time, I like to spend time with my family, watch TV shows, and read. I also got some immersions here for French, and I think that's it. And what about you, Luis Carlos?
Hello everyone, my name is Luis. I'm from Campo Grande City. I am 44 years old. I am a freelancer data analyst. I love to help small business to understand their data. And in my spare time, I like to play music, listen music, and I think is this.
Great, Luis, thank you. And what about you, Samuel? Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Samuel. I live in Brasília, and in my free time, I like skateboard and may play guitar. And I in talk for need a job with programming, and it's just I think.
Great, Samuel, thank you. And now, Carol.
Hello everyone, my name is Carol. I live in a city called Jandira, in São Paulo. I'm 30. At the moment, I'm not working. I'm in a career transition to technology. And in my free time, I like to watch Mexican soap operas.
Oh, it's really
Is
good.
it?
I love it.
I love it.
Great, Kyle. So guys, I will start with the questions. As I mentioned today, we are going to talk about procrastination. So here the first question. What are the main reasons why people tend to procrastinate? In my opinion, I think normally we procrastinate because we don't want to do that specific task, probably because it's too difficult. And sometimes it's because we don't want to do anything. We just want to rest. So that's why we procrastinate too, in my opinion. And what do you think, Samuel?
The number two.
Yes.
It's a little difficult, but I think the main reason is for the people think he has more time. The day he start and think, I have a um dia inteiro. E how is lazy for later e acaba não fazendo.
Yeah. So you think you procrastinate so much?
So much.
Oh.
So much. I procrastinated just every week for estudar for autoescola. I start today.
Ah, você tá fazendo autoescola.
Uhum, aí tem a prova
Hum.
dia 19, eu procrastino até hoje.
Oh. No. I understand. I didn't like the classes in our school. I don't know how to say this in English. It was it's a little bit boring sometimes. I understand you. And what about you, Carol? What do you think about this question?
I agree in parts with Samuel, and I think it depends the situation. in my case, when I am afraid to make a mistake, I, how can I say, procrastino? Pro-
I
procrastination?
I think it's I procrastinate. I don't know.
I procrastinate. So depends the situation. Or the thing that you need to do is boring.
Yeah, I think for me, works the same way. I normally procrastinate activities that I don't like to do. But I know it's sometimes necessary doing the things we don't like because we are adults, we have
Yeah.
responsibilities, so sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah.
Uh, there is one specific task that you normally procrastinate, Carol, or no?
Yeah. English to learn English.
Ah,
And at the moment I am learning programação,
mm,
so I wanted to be good in this situation. So I procrastinate because I am afraid to make mistakes and enfrentar things that I don't know. But I try every day. I try a little.
oh, great. Yeah, it's important. Try a little bit every day. Do our best. And now, Luis, what do you think about this question?
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys, but I think that sometimes people avoid some tasks because of the results of the task, for example. Because if you are a good person in your job, for example, when you finish your task, for example, you will receive more and more tasks, you know. So I think once one kind, but we have uh, several kinds of reason to procrastinate something. I think, and on the job environment, I think that's something like that, you know.
Yeah, it's something interesting what you said because it really happens. Like, oh, if I say that I finished this task, my boss will start giving more things to do, and I will have more work. So, yeah, it happens a lot at work. Uh, and I do for you the same question I did for Carol. Do you have any specific task that you normally procrastinate or no, Luis?
Yes, yes, I have a lot, but just silly things like cut my hair, like wash the car. I don't like. I think that's is a waste of time, I think. And but just silly things. Because man, we are here to improve our English, for example, and we are here to improve our speaking skills. And I don't like to avoid my main purpose, I think. So I don't like to study programming like Carol, but I must I study every day because I think that learning a program language or a new language for me only works if I study a little every day, like a music.
Great. So guys, I think I'll go for my question as we already answered this one. Luis, I will continue with you. Could you please read the question number 3 and answer?
Okay. How does procrastination affect your productivity in your daily life? In my daily life, sometimes when more eu não sei como dizer em inglês, mas é mesmo assim. Quando eu começo a ter uma procrastinação muito grande, eu começo a atrasar toda a minha agenda. Eu gosto de deixar tudo muito bem organizado. Aí vira uma bola de neve. Assim, assim.
Oh, it happens with me also. Oh, I didn't did this today. I will pass this task for tomorrow, but tomorrow I have other tasks, and it keeps growing up the things to do. For me, it happens the same way. It's complicated. Um, Normally you use one day of the week to schedule the tasks, or no, you
Yes,
do
yes,
this.
yes. Usually on Fridays, on the end of the Friday, I make my schedule for the next week, and I try to follow this schedule in a better in the best that I can do. But sometimes when suddenly suddenly a problem appears. For example, the locker at my door broke suddenly, and this will affect my day. Depois de consertar, já vira já a festinha, então já atrapalha tudo.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Oh, great. Thank you, Luis. And Samuel, what do you think about this question? Question number 3.
I think the productive is make you when the people active. So when the people has potential, but he's not do nothing, is a lazy people, and nothing happen. But I think the procrastinate affect total the productive.
Yeah, I agree with you. It like affects a lot. And now, Carol, how does procrastination affect productivity in your daily life?
In my case, it's similar with the Luis, because at the moment, I only study, but I study all day long. So if I don't study something today, tomorrow I have the study the today and the tomorrow. So I don't have it. I can't to do this. It's not a possibility to me.
Oh, and for your studies, you normally study like the Monday to Friday, or like every day, literally every day?
Every day I
Oh,
try don't do anything one day per week, but at the moment
every day.
it's impossible. Yeah, I try
Ah.
to. For example, yesterday I stopped it at the middle of the day for to relax a little because
Mm-hmm.
is more it's very difficult to continuar to study with when you don't have to time to relax your mind.
Yeah, yeah. It's important to have this time to relax when you feel tired, because when we are tired, our studies are not so good. We don't get the knowledge, I don't know so well.
Yeah,
I think it's important to rest when you are tired.
yeah.
Uh, Great, guys. I will go for one more question, so we still have time for answering more questions. Um, Here go for the next. What are some strategies you use to overcome procrastination? In my case, I try to plan the week. Uh, some weeks I do not do this properly, but I try to at least plan my day. Like, oh, today I will do this these tasks. Also, I use Pomodoro when I need to focus in my job. I think normally these two strategies, Pomodoro normally works well for me, because I feel I can focus more because I know that is just a time there focus, and after I will be able to rest a little bit. So normally I use because of it. What do you think, Samuel? What are some strategies you use?
For me, what more function is study or make whatever active, listen music, because that active stay more fun and I have more motivation for to do that. And I like so much to use the Pomodoro. I to do a pause, listen song, make it whatever. And when I back more motivation. And is it.
Great. For me, it has been working well also, Pomodoro. It's really good. Um, and you mentioned you like to listen to music. Normally, during the studies, you like to listen to music?
Oi?
Durante os estudos, normalmente você gosta de ouvir música?
Uhum. Principalmente nos estudos, senão I stay entediado, sabe? Aí eu não consigo.
Entendi. Understood. Sometimes I like to
Mas,
listen to music too.
mas eu tento estudar em um idioma que eu não conheço, senão fica se batendo as palavras, né?
Sim, é verdade. É, isso acontece comigo também. Ou eu. Ok, Luiz. É, ou eu escuto lo-fi, lo-fi, não? Or some style that is because sometimes my job is related to Spanish as I'm a Spanish teacher. So when I listen to some music in other language that is not Spanish, I don't feel so much confused. But if but normally I listen lo-fi without lyrics. Sometimes it works well too. And what about you, Carol?
The question number 4.
Yes.
I organize my week in the Sunday, and now I'm trying to put in the and I start the week study the subjects that I have more difficult, because if I need to accumulate or atrasar during the week, in the end of the week, the other subjects I do more fast. So at the moment in this week, for example, I will start next to these classes math, because I'm very difficult with math. So I need to put more attention.
Yeah,
And
this. Continue. Sorry. No.
and I break my day at the when I have lunch. I take 2 hours to have lunch and take a rest. So before before depois I continue to study. This is my
Great.
and I start the day with the gym, because when I exercise my body, I perceive that I produce more and better. So it's my strategies.
Yeah, it's important to study, but we need to take care also of our health to be more, even to have more focus while we are studying.
Yeah.
Um,
And I don't have um, meu Deus, esqueci a palavra. Sono. I start the day very early with the exercise. When I start to study, I don't have more. I don't have to. Eu não tenho mais sono. So I can concentrate it better.
yeah, it's great. Um, Really good, Carol. And now I think it's Luis, the question number 4. What are some strategies you use to overcome procrastination?
Well, I like to break my tasks in little tasks, you know. If I need to study Python, for example, I like to make small tasks, small pieces of studies during the day, and I try to be more realistic possible uh, to study, for example, or make my job. I like to have a realistic scheduling, and I try to follow it.
Great. It's so normally you don't put more tasks that you can do in the day.
No, no, because when I was more younger, I try several times to hold the words, I think, and I became overwhelmed so fast. And today I don't like to have this approach with this kind of things, you know? Yes.
Oh, that's really good because sometimes it happens with me. Like I try to put so much things to do in the day. I cannot do everything and I feel really sad. I'm trying to be more comprehensive about what I need to do and what I can do in the day. So it's like something that I'm working on it. So guys, I think I go for one more question. Um, I I think I go for the question number 5. Um, do you think procrastination can ever be a positive thing? Why or why not? I think it can be if you procrastinate while you are tired. Because when we don't feel well, normally we will have spend more time for finishing one task. So that's why I think in this situation, I think it's good when we are not so good. And what do you think, Carol?
I agree with you. To me, it's very important to take care with my health. So is the topic of my obligations. So in this case, yes, I agree with the procrastination. For the others cases, no, because atrapalha your results. So if you procrastination a lot, you need to stop and to read the situation. Why do you do this? Is because you don't want to do this? Is not important to you? Have a motivation for these cases.
Yeah, it's true, Carol. And now that you are just studying, you feel more tired of studying. Like sometimes you know that you need to study some subjects, but you feel more tired than before that you were like doing other things or no?
É. I think I am more tired only study than when I work and study. Because I don't know how to say. O cansaço da mente é maior do que o do corpo. But I am very happy with my actual situation life. I know
Yeah.
that is for only só por um período, and the next year I return to work.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And now, Samuel, what do you think about this question? Question number 5.
It's a little difficult for me. The procrastinating is a bad thing because disturb the life people, your dreams. But when the people is procrastinating, he has more time for uh, thinking the life, the best way to do that skills, and it's better. Basically, he think more about everything, and I think is the only good thing in the procrastination.
No, great, understood. And now, Luis, what do you think about this question?
Well, I think that when procrastination appears in your life, it's a sign of an alert. I think because something is wrong with your routine, with your work or your studies, and sometimes can be advice to take a rest. I think with me works 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 like this, and because when you are on a daily routine with your work, for example, and you realize that you are procrastinating something, it's because something is wrong, and you must to look what is happening to know for não para não piorar as coisas, porque às vezes pode ficar um burnout aí, não é bom. É.
Yeah, I understand. Like, during the pandemic, I started working a lot, and I don't know if I had burnout, but I started to feel so tired. So sometimes we need to take some time off the tasks, take a time to relax, to not feel so overwhelmed about the things we need to do. It's really important.
Yes,
Um,
pandemic times was terrible because I was making my career transition. I
mm,
was with a lot of responsibilities, and I didn't realize that I was working for three people, working since 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Alone. So was the worst time of my life, I think, because I didn't realize. Because I think I was working from home, so it's okay. I can do this, I can do this, and 2 years after, I was totally destroyed. I think so. Yeah, something like that. Oh.
yeah, for me it happened the same way. Like I started to think, oh, I'm from home, I can work better. Like I can work more because I don't need to go to my house and relax because I'm already at home. So it's really complicated. And also sometimes I use it to not take the whole time of the lunch to rest. I use it just to eat, and then I came back to work because I was so worried about finishing the things to do. Oh, it was terrible for me too. Thanks God it's over. Now you don't work so much as that time, no, Luis?
Yes, yes, yes. But was a learning for me this period that was remembered here, and I try. But it's a little tricky this because when you work with technology, you always have a double schedule, I think, because you have your regular work, but you can't stop the study, for example. So you have always a time to study, not relax sometimes, but it's part of technology area.
Yeah, I understood. And you guys, I wanted to know from you, how was the pandemic for you? You felt bad? You worked so much. How it was for you that period of the pandemic? Samuel.
I feel there's so much depression. For right,
Oh,
I am new. I just estudava, and I not have a notebook, only a smartphone, and was 1 year years with only it without exchange. But now
oh,
it's so good.
yeah, yeah, great. And you, Carol, how it was for you that time?
Very difficult. Until now, I don't believe that we passamos por isso. Terrible. I study a lot, I work a lot, and I try to occupate all of my time for no think about the bad things. And I worked at the healthy company, so eu sabia os números do os números da tragédia, então era muito difícil saber e estar do outro lado tentando trabalhar, sabe? It's very difficult.
Ah, sim, é. Nesse caso, você tinha mais informações
Uhum.
e ainda
Do que
assim
eu
tinha que.
queria.
Ah, é, sim. Ah, é complicado. Mas que bom que já estamos melhores.
Sim.
Guys, I think I go for one more question here. I think I go for the question number 8. How do deadlines impact your tendency to procrastinate? I I think when I have a deadline, I normally try to finish the task before this deadline to not uh, uh just to deliver in time. So it makes me try to organize the tasks during the week for finishing at that deadline. So I think it helps me to not procrastinate so much, because if it's a test that I don't have a deadline, probably I will let this test for other day. I will let this test for other week. So when you don't have a time to deliver, it's easier to procrastinate, in my opinion. And what do you think, Luis?
Well, when I have a realistic deadline, for me it's okay. But my reality is so different because all my deadlines it's so urgent. Every deadline is urgent, urgent, urgent. So for me it's okay. I can deal with that. But if I have a realistic, for example, a task that will during 1 week. I just deliver it in the end of the end of that line because it's not okay. You receive a lot of tasks. I think.
Mm. Yeah, it has this point too, like having a deadline's not so realistic. I haven't think about it. um, mm. And what do you think, Carol?
I agree with Luis. And when I I create my own deadline, sometimes I only do the things in the end of the deadline because the life happen and I need to prioritize the other things, and these things I do in the deadline, but only on the end. So all week I need to organize this for don't accumulate nothing. But I'm a good person with deadline the other persons.
Oh, so you are good to say, oh, your deadline is finishing. Is that?
Yeah, when it's my own deadline, I create my deadline. I don't use it all the deadline. I only do at the end of the do período.
Oh, understood. Yeah, for me it happens sometimes. I like to finish just some hours before the deadline is over. So sometimes I procrastinate even with a deadline. And what do you think, Samuel?
I am a little procrastinate, so I not like so much deadline. For example, with a deadline is, for example, a week. I am 6 days for rest and 1 day for work. My mind think is it, but in that line, when the day to go past, and I stay more anxious and suffocated, and basically, I don't like it. So I impact so much for it.
Mm, great, understood. So guys, I think I go for more questions as we still have time. Um, I think the question number 9 is good for students. Can procrastination affect your personal relationships? In what ways? In my opinion, I think it can impact because when we procrastinate, normally when it's close to the time to finish the test, the deadline, normally we work a lot. So sometimes we cannot have so much time with our family if we let the things for the last time to finish. And we can feel more stressed and with not so much patience with others. So I think it can impact in our relation with others in this way. And for you, Carol, what do you think?
I agree with you. And if you don't have can I say, um, compromisso with the other people, your procrastination can impact you so much. For example, you need to do something in your job, in your study, for during the week, for example. And because in the weekend you go out with your family, with your friends, you don't go out with them because you don't do uh, the things that you needed to go to do. It's it's not a good things to happen. In my case, I try to have time with my friends and do my things in the days that I need to do, because it's important to have a healthy relationship with the other people.
So normally you take a time for dedicate for your family, have a time together. For you, it's
Yeah,
important.
I live with my family, so in my case, it's more easy. We have lunch together. All the meals we have together, so it's a good thing. But with my friends, sometimes they don't understand when I don't when I don't answer the messages because I need to focus in my things, in my study. But I try to have a time to answer, to go out with them because it's important to me uh, to have this a healthy relationship with the people that I love.
Mm. Yeah, it's really important. It's really good that you guys have the meals together. It's really
Yeah.
good to have a time to talk about the day, about
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Yeah. It's the time that we nos reunimos and talk about the our problems and something that was watching in ITV. So it's a good time.
Great. And now, Luis, what do you think about this question?
Well, I totally agree with Carol said, because if you procrastinate a task on Monday, for example, the task won't disappear, and you 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 are the responsible for the task, and this will impact your personal life. I changed my career because of this kind of things that happen on corporation life, and I was so stressed every day, every hour, that was impacting my my family, my wife, and I don't like to live in this mode anymore, and
Mhm.
I don't like this feel so overwhelmed and overthink all the time because of my work. So I try always put my family first. I think it's this.
I will in my career transition for the same motivated.
Uh,
And I almost have a burnout last year. So I needed to stop it and reorganize my life for something more helpful for me.
as
It's
myself as
difficult.
well. Happened to me the same. I quit a job, a public job that I was 24 years. I
Oh,
just let it go because don't value the price.
mm,
No,
yeah.
Really, you are brave, Luis, for have this courage for doing this. It was difficult to decide, no?
no, no,
No?
no, because I spent, for example, bem, quando você passa para o serviço público, por exemplo, falar em português, no começo é bom, mas depois, por exemplo, o salário não acompanha a inflação, por exemplo, seu salário não aumenta, você fica estagnado. For example, I spent 6 years of my life without vacations, for example, just for to reach a better position, então, and at the end of this don't is not no final não compensa, não tem nada. Você vai lá, você vai escalonando, vai crescendo, 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 e no final não tem nada. Então, e como eu já era responsável pela comunicação, minha formação é comunicação, eu estava numa transição para UX, mas eu não gostei na época da pandemia, todo mundo foi demitido de onde eu trabalhava. Aí eu fiquei estudando Python e fui. Entrei para dados. Mas,
Você era programador criando sites antigamente, é?
Não, não, antes eu era responsável pela comunicação, eu era responsável pela imprensa, mídias sociais, alguma coisa de front-end
Ah,
relacionada à
entendi.
identidade visual. Aí não é que todo mundo foi demitido no meu trabalho, todo mundo foi convidado para ir para fora. Todos os programadores na época da pandemia foram tudo para trabalhar fora. Como serviço público, não é rápido se contratar as pessoas. Aí eu comecei a aprender Python, Power BI, essas coisas, porque eu tinha que mostrar os números da pandemia também. Então eu tive que aprender Power BI, essas coisas. Aí eu falei, vou fazer isso aqui, né? Mas eu planejei muitos anos para fazer essa transição, né? Planejei uns 3 anos, assim, para fazer.
Que bom, né, que deu para planejar. Eu não consegui
Não.
planejar, mas eu tinha uma reserva, ainda bem que eu consegui me virar
Não.
bem.
Sim.
Quando chega o momento que não dá mais, né, não tem como
Não.
segurar.
Não conseguia nem sair para dirigir, assim.
Uhum.
É, quando eu começo a atrapalhar assim na vida pessoal é complicado.
É.
Que bom que deu certo, Luiz. Ah, acho que o Samuel respondeu a última pergunta, não me lembro.
A 9?
É, isso, a 9.
Ah, acho que não. Ah, pode
Eu...
responder?
Uhum. Yes, yes.
Uh, uh, I think the procrastinate affects the relationships of two forms. Uh, the the people isn't want to maintain relationships because he is lazy of visit your family and your friend think later I visitei, but pode ser tarde demais. And lazy of create new relationships, for example, not to go to the park or event or show, and he lose the opportunity by new relationships. And I think it's
And nowadays, you think you have a good balance between your obligations and having a time with your family? Tipo, você acha que hoje em dia você tem um bom balanço, assim, tipo, ter um tempo com a família e o seu tempo para os estudos, para as suas obrigações? Samuel?
antena, antena, antes é antenite, né? Como é que é assim? Ah, before.
Before, yes.
Before it was worse because I work in 6 por 1.
Oh,
But but now it's so much better. I talk with my brothers every day, my family. It's so more good time for my friends too, girls and easy.
great. Um, guys, we have just some minutes to finish. I would like to know from you, how was the conversation today? What did you learn today? Luis, how was for you this conversation? Did you like?
Yes, I like a lot because for me, my main one of one of my purpose here is try to deal with my shyness. I'm a very shy guy, and sometimes I lost the words, sometimes I lost how to speak, and every day is a great victory for me to be in here to talk in front of the webcam, I think, and was great. I learned new expressions, new grammar, and a new vocabulary. It was a great conversation.
Oh, great. I'm glad that you like it. It for me it's really good. Um, Even some people I haven't talked before, as Samuel and Carol. It's really good to know new people here also. And what do you think, Carol? How it was the conversation for you today?
I love it. I love this comportamental tema. I like it. So it's good and it's more easy to have words to explain about your experience in your lives. And I am at the same case of the Louise. I am still here. Is a training to lose my shine para me acostumar a to hear me speak in English. So after this class, I have other.
Great. And you normally watch the immersions on YouTube?
No, I
After, no.
don't. No. Não cheguei nesse nível ainda.
Ah, eu também
But
não. Por isso eu perguntei. Porque eu
it's
ainda
very
não.
difficult.
Yes, yes. Beautiful.
But in the
Oh,
future.
yes, yes. And for you, Samuel, how was the conversation today? Did you like?
Was amazing the time, né? I like you and I like so much the tema, porque eu me identifiquei
Mm,
com ele.
ah, great. I'm glad, guys, that you like it. I will send for you here by LinkedIn if you want to add me in this social media. For us to keep in touch. And I would like to say thank you guys for being here today. Samuel, Carol, Luis. It was really good to be here with you, practicing English, talking about procrastination. And I hope you have a great week. Hope to see you again in other conversations here. And that's it, guys. Thank you. A good week for everybody.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye later.